We are back with Joan Lunden. And Joan, this week something brand new launches on QVC called Joan Lunden Home. Tell us about what you're up to now.
In the department of it's never too late to start a new career. You know, it's a passion of mine. My home is always the center of entertaining for our family. And I got the opportunity to start a line of home goods. We're starting in linens, and we're launching on QVC. So that's this coming Wednesday in just a couple days at 11 o'clock in the morning. And I'll be on for an hour. And I thought, what could I bring to this that would be different than anyone else? And what I did is I let all the stories that I've gone on and the places that I've gotten to see. You know, when you just showed, I think, a clip from Stockholm.
Yeah. When
I was in Stockholm with Good Morning America, I went to interview King Gustav, and his wife Sylvia, Queen Sylvia, took me into Drottningham Palace, and I remember peering into a bedroom and seeing this beautiful, beautiful bed of deep, bright blue that kind of just said, this bed is fit for a queen. And so when I did the line, I said, I want a line like that. We came live from the Palace of Versailles, so I have a line that that's very indicative of that Marie Antoinette period.
So you're actually hands-on.
Oh, big time. I design every single collection, which has been great fun.
You would never want me to design anything that was part of the home. Nothing at all.
But I also try to keep things very, very, very affordable. Because, you know, my audience out there, these days, if you want to say to somebody, I want you to spend your hard-earned dollars on something, you really have to feel like you're giving them a great deal and a great bargain. And this is an easy way to change your house without spending a lot of money. And there's a lot of people out there who are trying to figure, they still want a pretty house, and they still want things to be new now and then. But, you know, to be able to do it for a few $100s is the trick.
And we've got the website up on the screen, Joan, and folks can find out about that. I want to talk about some of the experiences you had. I mean, you had an incredible presence, longer than anyone else ever has in daytime television. You had to have had some moments you thought, why did I get up out of bed and come? Worst moment ever doing an interview.
One time I was interviewing, I was interviewing somebody from Moscow, and the Russians didn't like what I asked them. They just pulled the plug. And there are certain points in Good Morning America where you have to take the interview to a certain time. You can't get out early. So the adrenaline just like shoots through you, and you think, okay, you have to fill 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which is not easy to do when you're just thrust into it. But I mean, those are the kinds of things. You know, every time we would come live from an inauguration, you always get, a little nervous right before. And I loved being at where history was being made. And there were times when we'd be in coming live from Europe, and they'd be trying to pull all these electrical cords through the streets of a foreign city to be able to get us up live on satellite. You know, the world is so different today. Today, there's just this access, this immediacy.
Always there.
It's always there. If somebody, the day of something happening on the other side of the earth, us not knowing about it, is gone.
Well, Joan, one thing I'm grateful for is the great influence you've had on America. Happy Mother's Day weekend to a lovely mother and someone who obviously was influenced by a delightful mother. God bless you, and thank you for joining us here today. Joan Lunden, and I hope you'll check out those sheets and all that other stuff. I know my wife will. So will you, I'm sure.